Hey guys, Nick here from Velocity Trading, and in this video I just want to go over my trade from today on GTEC. One of my best trades of the year, really, on GTEC, and just happened to be this month I've had two really big monster wins. HOFV, I did post that live stream if you guys are going to watch that. I had a big win on that, made around 10R on HOFV. And today, GTC about 11.5R on GTC. So really big one today on GTC. I'm gonna go over this trade and tell you guys what I saw. And I was pretty confident on this one on GTC. So first off here on GTEC, go to Filings Pro, and big shout out to Poseidon in our Discord chat. He actually made this software to get a better fundamental view on these companies and what you're looking at. It makes life a lot easier. So it's 100% free. So definitely go check it out. Filings Pro. But alright, so GTC, what do we got? We got a 1 million in float stocks. So I told us a lot right there. So it's a very teeny float, easy to manipulate, easy to move around. So to me, that was something I like to see on the long side, right? I like to see a lower float on the long side. Right? I'm looking for a long. Really the sweet spots around that 1 to 3 million range float for a long. What else do we know about GTEC? Let's go look at the news, right? GTEC headline on it. Oops, wrong ticker there. GTC. EV related news, right? Electrical vehicle news, right? It's all we need to know, right? Anything electrical vehicle EV type related news has been going absolutely nuts, right? We saw pretty much the entire 2020, the biggest runs, the biggest rips have been EV related stocks, right? Workhorse, SPI, EV related stocks, NEO, right? We're seeing anything related to the EV electrical vehicle sector have been going absolutely nuts, right? But again, news does not move stocks. Volume does, demand does, right? So even though we had EV news, we still needed to see that volume, and which we did see this morning. Right? I mean, look at this, ridiculous, 86 million shares on a 1 million flow. I mean, volume's king, guys. I mean, that's really all you need to know. But again, it's about spotting the abnormalities earlier on, right? So what do we got? We got a 1 million of float stock, teeny float, EV related news. The filings. There was an I think it was an S3, but it was untapped. So yeah, I mean that's good right there. And what do we need? What do we need to see afterwards, right? We need to see volume confirmation. We need to see price action confirmation, and we need to see chart confirmation, right? And GTC, I was looking for all those things, and that's what we got this morning, right? So let me go over the trade here, and show you guys where I was getting in, where I got out, etc. Right? So I'm gonna just pull up my charts here on GTC. So here's my charts. Oop, got it right here. All right, so just want to show you guys where I was kind of getting in there. So I got in there. Let me just kind of go over this one. Just go over it from here first. So initial thoughts. It came out again. I just kind of went over my initial thoughts on it and what I was looking for. So it came out. Wasn't really interested right away on it. On GTC. And I kind of assumed it to kind of be a little long crowded in the beginning on it on GTC. Headline came out, ripped on up. Was trying to hold here and failed, right? So I'm thinking probably a lot of longs got bagged here. People were thinking, it's going to be, 5-6er right here in the pre-market. Started breaking down, failing. And I was kind of thinking, all right, if this thing comes back into $3, I may take a stab on it, or like 310s, 320s. Just because the risk reward's really good, and I kind of knew if it started to make a move around, started to do this, which I kind of hoped it was gonna do, and it ended up confirming and doing what I wanted to do. It'd be a little bit tricky, a little bit tough to get full size on it, just because I know it's a low float. It could be a lot of slippage on it. It doesn't really take much to have that one stuff candle come in. It's halted, and now you're stuck 10,000 shares and it's going the other way on you. It could potentially lead to a bigger loss. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I liked it if it came back down because my backside line was $3, 290 ish. So it came down into 320s, and I took a little bit of a long there, like low 320s, like 323, 224, and again, it wasn't full size. It was like around like 4,000 shares on GTC, and I was playing at $3 line. I was playing $3 on it, so got in there low 320s, risking $3. The goal was from there to see volume and price action confirmation to the open. I wanted to see it remain thin, not stay heavy. Looking for the 1 minute volume prints that I like to look for, and you guys can see we're pretty much rotating the float on these 1 minute candles, which is absolutely ridiculous. So again, that was kind of the goal. It was staying kind of heavy here in pre-market, but again, thinned up into the open. Kind of was consolidating here. Newsletter was hitting it a bunch. And then right around here, we got a nice little swipe here. Came back down, and 410s were holding there, right? I want to see 410s, 420s hold. I didn't want to see a pullback, 390s, and 4 staying heavy. So after it, swiped here, came into 410s. I was picking up some more on the long side, building my my full position here on the trade. And you guys see here, I got in right around here, like 410s, 415s, moved my average up to around like 378-ish. And now from here, I was in the driver's seat, right? Stops losses at break even, so no matter what happens, I'm walking away either break even. Again, first target was sell like a quarter, a little bit above a quarter there, around 450s. What you guys see, I sold from around that 450 mark, small size. I was pretty much in the majority of the trade, still there, well over the majority of the trade of my size after I sold there at 450s. And then next target was $5, and that was kind of where I did sell a majority of my chunk there around $5. You guys can see it. It came into 450s here. Pulled back. Made a new high there. Had a big stuff move there, and they kind of been doing this. They like to do these big stuff moves and then swipe right back up. It's such a thin name, it has a really big range that it could easily do that. So you guys see here, exactly what it did there on GTEC, and yeah, like I said, I sold some there over 5, and then I had around like 2,500 shares left, and I was looking for a big kind of parabolic move, a vertical move. I was thinking potentially maybe $10 on it. Just kind of felt like one of those where super low float, tons of volume, that it had that potential to maybe make that move to $10, and it still potentially could. But again, I mean, this was really trappy here. This action here on GTC, this from like 9:55 to around 10:25. I mean, this was really trappy action here. Really pain in the ass for shorts, right? Stuff move, came down, looked like it was gonna break down. They kind of soaked it on up. Same thing, push, fell, soaked it on up, not letting it break 5. Same thing, push, fell, holding on up. Push. This one, I thought maybe this was it. Here, it was looking to retest the highs. It got over 550. I said I needed a 550 base for a move on up, and big fails here. This was big fail, right? 578 all the way down to $5, so 70-cent move to the downside there. Really brutal again if you're chasing these levels up here on the long side too. And it looked like it was done. Look at the volume drop decline here, right? Volume was dropping off, looking like it was dead. Even cracked $5 again, and this was really, if you guys go watch the tape on this, I might look to repost the stream for you guys on YouTube. This was really interesting action here. When it cracked $5, it wasn't not a normal reaction, right? It cracked $5, came in the 490s, but it wasn't really staying heavy, right? Immediately the bids refreshed. The bids went from 5 to 510 to 520 really quickly here. And we have seen this before. I think MRN had a similar move where it flushed out below a big level and immediately reclaimed the bids. I think we saw it on another one. Something with a W. Maybe it was Weenie or something with a W. I forgot to take her name. But we have seen this, right? Where a fake breakdown and then immediately a swipe back on up on some big volume. And that's what we saw here. This was really something interesting here. The trap here. And then moved on up. Held that 550 area, really pretty nicely here, And just looking left, right, see if 550 was a big level, and it started the hold there, started the base, and this was just destruction here. Margin call, shorts just blowing up here. And that was a monster move right here. Looked like it was gonna halt there. Kind of did that fake halt thing that we kind of see sometimes. And then you guys see my charts here. I was selling some there into that move. Over $6, right? You guys see there selling some there, 625, 650s, on GTEC. And then from there, I was, I only had like 800 shares left, and was thinking maybe the rest I'll leave for potential firework, potential grand slam type move for 10 plus, but sevens failed, and couldn't really get back over that $7 mark, and came back down, big stuff move, and this is where I got out. Once I saw it was kind of staying heavy below 6 here, and tape was just kind of changing. Felt like they were starting to sell a little bit here. I just sold the rest there like 570s, 580s, and look at it now. Wow, coming back up. So hey, maybe it does make that move and get over $7, and we could see maybe 8s, 9s, 10s on it on GTC. But overall, really fantastic trader here on GTC. Again, I just don't know why shorts would look to short this thing, right? It's kind of playing with fire, right? You have a very low float stock, 1 million in the float. 90 million shares traded, 90 times it's rotated its float. I mean, you're playing with absolute fire on the short side. So definitely a really big trade for us. A lot of us killed it in the room today. Yeah, and it's nice to see, right? HOFV, GTC. I know we had APVO2 was a really nice one. ONCT, both those plays ran nicely in after hours. So we're kind of seeing this market come back a little bit. We were kind of in a slow phase for about like 2 weeks. Kind of seeing a lot more faders, follow through, lack of volume. But it looks like that volume and action is coming back into these names. So good to see. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys want to check us out, we have a we offer a free trial. Links down below in the description of the website, and you guys could look to try it out for a week. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.